Yes, if we are declared non-compliant by the World Anti-Doping Agency by the end of this year, this calendar year, December, and we are unable to get out of the non-compliance status by the time we are supposed to host CHAN, which I think is in February next year, then for sure, as a country, we will not be able to host the CHAN events. I'm hopeful that AFCON is still a few years away, and by then we should be able to be back to compliance and be able to host. So the immediate threat would be the CHAN event. Thank you.
This financial year, 2024-2025, the agency is facing a real challenge, and I would say it's almost a threat to the programs that we've been carrying out. And this has to do with funding. The agency has not been really allocated any funding, which seems a paradox, as this will ground the agency. The agency will not be able to carry out any testing, any education, or any results management, or even any intelligence gathering and investigations. For those who maybe look at Treasury figures, we have moved from a budget allocation of over 288 million to just 20 million. Now, you can imagine with that shift, we can't even meet our salaries. And I think for you, the most important thing to note is that being signatories to the UNESCO Code on anti-doping, the country basically runs the risk of being sanctioned in terms of we will not be able to, number one, send any sportsman to any international activity. It's one of the conditions that if a country doesn't run a proper national anti-doping program, then they cannot participate in international sporting activities. So all our athletes will be grounded. And secondly, the country will not be able to host any program. So I am hoping that Treasury, the ministry, will be able to do something about this, because ADAK is such that it cannot source money from elsewhere. It's one of the conditions of running an anti-doping program. It's strictly funded by the government, and this is to avoid conflict of interest by any other possible sponsors.